The best-selling sedan in the US for decades, the Toyota Camry is about as ubiquitous on American roads as, I don't know, potato salad at 4th of July cookouts. And just like a mayonnaise-heavy side dish, this car is not to everyone's taste, especially these days since SUVs reign supreme. Still, can a traditional sedan win you over? Well, this 9th generation Camry has impressed me in ways I never expected, and I think you'll like it too. For help finding your next ride, check out the GreenCars Buyer's Guide. This easy-to-use tool lets you quickly compare a range of efficient vehicles to find the model that's right for you. To learn more, head on over to greencars.com. The future of driving starts here. So this right here is the 2026 Toyota Camry Nightshade Edition. And no, this car is not named after the nightshade family of plants, which includes things like peppers, tomatoes, eggplant, and yes, even potatoes, so you can make a lovely salad for Independence Day. Instead, this car benefits from a range of blacked out accents and other enhancements. As you can see, the grille, door handles, mirror caps, trunk lid spoiler, and other exterior components are all darker than midnight at the bottom of a coal mine. You also get unique 19-inch wheels and special badges. The interior is blacked out as well. You get aluminum pedal covers, plus the steering wheel and shift knob are wrapped in leather. This car also gains a sport-tuned suspension with a larger front stabilizer bar. Finally, the Nightshade Edition is offered in just 3 exterior colors: Ice Cap, Midnight Black Metallic, and Supersonic Red, though this is really a missed opportunity because Toyota could have called these hues Potato Flower, Dark Aubergine, or Beefsteak Pearl. Now, before we check out the interior and then go for a drive, let's briefly discuss this vehicle's powertrain. So the 9th Gen Camry is only available as a hybrid, and that is fantastic news because it saves you a ton of money at the pump. Built around a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine as well as an electronically controlled, continuously variable automatic transmission, this setup delivers very good performance and exceptional fuel economy. Plus, for just $1,525 extra, you can get the Camry with all-wheel drive, and who says you need an SUV to get that? They're liars. But next, let's check out the horsepower, fuel economy, and pricing, and see how the Toyota Camry compares to a couple other hybrid sedans, the Honda Accord and Hyundai Sonata. So the Camry's 5th generation hybrid system delivers an impressive 225 horsepower with front-wheel drive, or 232 with 4-driven wheels. The Accord is, unfortunately, a bit behind, having just 204 system horsepower. Finally, the Sonata's electrified drivetrain is good for a total of 192 ponies, meaning the Camry has a big advantage over these two rivals. Also, neither of those competing hybrids are available with all-wheel drive. But can the Honda and Hyundai beat this Toyota in fuel economy or pricing? Well, the most economical Camry should be the LE front-wheel drive model, which delivers an EPA-estimated 51 miles per gallon combined, though our tester here is rated at 46. Now, the best the Accord hybrid can muster is 48 mpg, though the thrifty Sonata Blue hybrid trim matches the Toyota at 51, and you won't get any of that fuel economy from an SUV. Finally, let's cover the base price of these fuel-sipping sedans. The entry-level front-wheel drive Camry LE should start at $30,595, including $1,295 in destination fees. The base Accord Hybrid Sport ought to kick off at $34,990 with $1,195 for delivery, while the Honda is roughly $4,395 pricier than the base Camry. The Sonata Blue Hybrid undercuts the Toyota. Just barely. This Hyundai should start at $30,445, including $1,245 in freight charges. Now, let's check out the Camry's interior before we go for a drive, and in a nutshell, this car is comfortable, spacious, and pretty well equipped. The materials Toyota has used in here are generally pretty good, though this striated trim on the passenger side of the dashboard does look a little bit odd. And overall, this cabin is good, though I think the Accord's interior is probably just a little bit nicer. These front seats are quite comfortable, plus in this model they are both heated, and the driver's chair here, it power adjusts in 8 ways. The Camry comes standard with a wireless phone charging pad, as well as wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Beyond that, you also get 5 USB ports in this car. There are 3 up front, including 1 Type A and 2 Type Cs, and then you get 2 in the rear. Speaking of the back seat, it is spacious enough for adults, though at about 6 feet tall, the headroom is just adequate for me. Further rearward though, the Camry's got 15.1 cubic feet of space in the trunk, which is a surprisingly generous amount, even if it's not quite as much as you get in a crossover utility vehicle these days. Though be aware as well of those gooseneck hinges, because they can crush your stuff when you're closing the trunk lid. Up on the dashboard, we have an 8-inch touchscreen that is home to a familiar Toyota-based infotainment system that works well enough. And then we've also got a 7-inch digital instrument cluster, though higher-end Camrys can be fitted with 2 12.3-inch panels as well as a head-up display. But with all of that out of the way, let's hit the road, and this humble Camry might just shock you because it really surprised me. From a driving standpoint, the Toyota Camry has a reputation for being about as boring as dial-up internet, but that is not the case here. The 5th generation hybrid powertrain is much smoother and quieter than earlier versions, and this car's 225 horsepower punches above its weight class, and the Camry feels surprisingly quick when you stand on the accelerator pedal. Beyond that, all-wheel drive is a welcome and honestly pretty rare option in this vehicle segment. And the fuel economy here is also stellar. As we talked about earlier, this thing should average 46 miles per gallon combined, though in mixed driving, without even trying, I've been doing better than 47 mpg according to the readout, and that is just staggering for a car of this size and one that offers the performance that it does. Taut but never harsh, the Nightshade Edition suspension does an excellent job keeping the body flat through corners and preventing roadway noise and harshness from coming up into the cabin. And overall, the ride here, it feels expensive, like what you would get from a luxury car, though this is just a Toyota Camry. Similarly, the steering is quick enough to feel dynamic, but it's not so aggressive that the car is jittery, and overall this feels just about perfect for a family sedan like this. From the acceleration and steering to the ride quality and fuel economy, I am super impressed by how well this Camry drives, but if there's one area that could be improved, it's definitely the brake pedal, which is way too squishy. It practically feels like you're stepping on an overripe tomato, which is a Nightshade, remember. There's just way too much pedal travel, and that's not very reassuring. All right, we've got to talk about some advanced driver assistance technologies here before wrapping things up, and the 2026 Camry comes with plenty. Blind spot monitoring and rear cross traffic alert are standard, and so is Toyota Safety Sense 3.0, which includes things like adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, road sign recognition, automatic high beams, and more. Higher-end models can also be equipped with front cross traffic alert, rain-sensing windshield wipers, and even a 360-degree camera system. But now let's recap the strengths and weaknesses of this car and then finalize this review. So, what do I like about the 2026 Camry Nightshade Edition? Well, this car's strong performance is hard to argue with. The powertrain is smooth and quiet. Available all-wheel drive is awesome. The real-world fuel economy is stellar. The ride quality is great. And this sedan is a good value. As for downsides, the interior could be a little bit nicer, though it's by no means bad. I find that striated dashboard trim very odd, and the brake pedal is way too mushy. Well, as you've just seen, there are a lot of great reasons to consider a new Camry. Plus, this car also should provide industry-leading quality, reliability, and resale value. But perhaps best of all, this thing, it doesn't cost a fortune either. The base model starts at less than 31 grand, but even this Nightshade Edition is still plenty affordable. Our tester here checks out for $38,646, including destination, as well as a few small options, and that is more than fair for everything that you're getting with this car. Plus, it's not another SUV. Next up, if you need an efficient vehicle but require something with 3 rows of seats like an SUV offers, consider the Toyota Highlander Hybrid. It's super efficient, plus it's got loads of great technology, and you can check out my full review of this vehicle right now by clicking the link right over here.